How dare you disrespect Jay-Z and Beyonce? Jay-Z is an OG. Don't ever disrespect Beyonce, because now that you're lying on me, and I know for sure that all the you're saying is a lie.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
Like with Beyonce, it was some sneaky shit. That nigga flew to LA and stood, and it was, you know, he's slick, balls, he's cunning. So you never really know what Jay, you don't know who Jay's the way he pulled Beyonce was cunning.
Picture this, the music industry's inner sanctum, a fortress built on power, influence, and a code of silence so absolute, it's lasted for decades. At the very top of this pyramid, you have King Jay-Z and Queen Beyoncé, untouchable, unimpeachable, their legacy sealed in platinum and prestige. But what happens when the walls of that fortress start to crack? What happens when the whispers in the shadows become a scream on a national platform? In 2024, as the empire of Sean Diddy Combs crumbles under the weight of federal investigations and devastating lawsuits, the spotlight of scrutiny began to swing, and it landed directly on the throne. This isn't just another celebrity feud. This is a conspiracy theory, a personal vendetta, and a shocking public insult that has exposed the fragile, hidden tensions at the very heart of the entertainment industry. This is the story of how Jay-Z's OG status is being challenged, how Beyonce's pristine image is under fire, and how a single vulgar phrase, sloppy seconds, ignited a war that no one saw coming. Welcome to Behind the Fame. Strap in. The fuse was lit by a woman who has never been afraid to play with fire, Jaguar Wright. On the global stage of Piers Morgan Uncensored, she didn't just drop a bombshell, she launched a full-scale nuclear assault on the Carter legacy. Her accusations were so explosive, they redefined the word allegation. Let's break down her claims piece by terrifying piece. First, she labeled the entire Me Too movement a ruse, a scam. And she pointed a direct finger at Jay-Z, claiming he financed and orchestrated the surviving R. Kelly documentary through Dreamhampton. Her theory, it was all a strategic lick-back, a calculated takedown to settle an old score while positioning himself as a social justice champion. But she was just getting warmed up. She then connected Jay-Z to a gallery of the most infamous predators of our time: Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, R. Kelly, and Diddy. She called them a victim-making machine, alleging that Jay-Z is the mastermind who starts little fires everywhere and lets others burn while he walks away unscathed.
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dreamhampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dreamhampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
Jaguar,
guess they're on vacation.
If this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think that the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim Porter?
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
You're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter, a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting AirTag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Then she went for the Queen. Let that sink in. Testimony, under oath, against both Jay-Z and Beyonce. Accusations of keeping people against their will, of putting people on planes while they're unconscious, drawing a direct chilling parallel to the long-rumored circumstances of Aaliyah's marriage. This wasn't just gossip. This was a formal, on-the-record indictment of the most powerful couple in music. The industry was stunned, the internet exploded, and one person was watching, his anger reaching a boiling point. Enter Ray J, the singer and entrepreneur, no stranger to controversy himself, stepped into the ring not as a neutral observer, but as a man personally provoked. Wright had previously dragged his name and his past relationship with the late Whitney Houston into her narratives, and he'd had enough. What followed wasn't a polished PR statement. It was a raw, unfiltered, emotional eruption.
People were listening. You got our attention. Is what you're saying true? Because this is outrageous. But I came to the conclusion that once I seen the story about me and what you had to say about me and situations in my past, that is where I started to understand that you are totally fabricating stories and you are a complete liar. So that means that I have no respect for you and nothing you're saying. So now I'm gonna go further. How dare you disrespect Jay-Z and Beyonce? Jay-Z is an OG. Don't ever disrespect Beyonce, because now that you're lying on me, and I know for sure that all the you're saying is a lie. Now you wanna go for Beyonce. Jaguar, you done f***ed up. Jaguar Wright, you done f***ed up. You don't even f***ed up. You don't even f***ed up. You know you f***ed up. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright, you done f***ed up. You done f***ed up. Because now you lying on me. I know a lie when I know I didn't do something, right? You know somebody lying about you when you know the facts. Jaguar, you have lied about the wrong person. And I'm not talking about me, because I don't give a f*** about what you said about me, because that's nonsense. What I do care about is you talking about Beyonce. I don't like when people talk about Beyonce. We're not gonna do that. You done f***ed up. Jay-Z is an OG. Brush that off. And I'm sure Beyonce gives no hells and no f***. But Beyonce has never done nothing to nobody. haven't seen Beyonce make one mistake. And you know what? That's somebody that's really trying to make sure that her image is in the forefront and be a role model for all these young girls and all the people that's inspiring to be like her or to follow down a path like that. That's a path you want to follow down. Why are you trying to f that up? Why are you lying on Jay-Z and Beyonce? How do we create a solution so these Jaguar Wrights don't exist in our new society?
A line had been crossed. His defense of Beyoncé was absolute, almost reverent. He painted her as a flawless role model, a beacon of hope whose image should be protected at all costs. But then the tone shifted. The defense of Jay-Z felt different. It was rooted in street code. Jay-Z is an OG, brush that off. It was respect, but it wasn't the same protective fervor. And that's when he launched the insult that would define this entire saga. The one that would echo across every blog, every timeline, every hip-hop debate. In the heat of his rant, mocking the allegations and the chaos, Ray J looked directly into the camera and delivered a line so calculated, so deeply personal, it could only be intended as a dagger to the heart of Jay-Z's ego. Sloppy seconds.
Listen, there's rumors and then there's nonsense, and this is one step further, right? This is a pointed and formal accusation of something, and I felt it needed to be responded to. So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly.
He meaning Piers Morgan.
Removing it and apologizing for it, yes. What changed here in my mind is that somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill, whether it's disconnected from reality or what have you, and lifted it up. And by doing that, you know, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks, it didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims in an ongoing case, in an ongoing investigation, and that was too much for me.
Are you in the process of making sure that it is taken down everywhere?
What I am here to say is that in a situation as serious as this, somebody who puts themselves out as a journalist should not effectively take advantage of the situation and exploit somebody in this way. And so that's the real reason for action.
Does it strike you a little bit that there's been a lot of silence in Hollywood in the wake of all of this?
Well, as to the Carters, you know, I can tell you that when they put their foot down on something as they did here, you know, they are sending a message. And if they can't stand up and make sure right from wrong, then who can? I've always believed that the truth will come out in courtrooms, and I'm sure the truth will come out here.
The phrase hung in the air. It was instantly dissected. Was this a literal reference to the long-rumored, overlapping romantic histories in their social circle? Was it a symbolic shot suggesting Jay-Z only follows paths that others have already walked? Either way, it was a deliberate public mockery of a man known for his impeccable control. Ray J wasn't just defending Beyonce, he was challenging Jay-Z on a deeply personal level, reigniting old rivalries and humiliations in the most public way possible.
And now Suge trying to say that me and Puffy are lovers? And that me and Puffy are lovers, bro? Really? That's how low you want to go, Suge? Me and Ray J and Puffy are lovers? Bro, that's one of dead homies. Bro, Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's what Suge trying to say. Now, anyway, Suge's disappointed me. It let me know that Suge's a complete cunt. I never thought that I would publicly say that Suge's a cunt because I've always had Suge's back, and I don't mean ass. Unbelievable, Suge. Like, for you to showcase how dirty and dark you are, and I've been supporting you even through the dark times, and now you wanna, like, disrespect the Gagency and say that I'm doing gay shit when you know I'm not, and if you not, the Gagency mad, cause they like, damn, he's saying you doing gay shit, bro. And if you are, and I didn't tell the Gagency, bro, they gonna take me, bro. If I tell my gay friends that I've been gay and I ain't gay and I lied to them, bro, you know what's gonna happen to me? Bro, it ain't gonna look good, bro. So you got my whole agency team questioning like what I'm doing, bro, and you know what's up. You know you the one. Suge. Suge, okay. Remember, all right, I'm only gonna say this because I don't wanna talk, I don't wanna say too much. The agency is. I don't know if y'all remember when I entered into the news game last year, but now I'm an official affiliate for multiple news networks. I have my own news show. It's called The Reality Check. Me and Amber Rose just closed a new big deal with a multimedia news firm, so we'll be the new anchors of some mainstream shit happening, right? But if you remember, I said asses are being taken. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. I said that on the national news. That shit went viral. And guess what? Thought I was talking about Diddy. That's why I got into it with his sons, because they come press me. I'm like, bro, mind y'all business. Y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. Nigga, I'm talking about Suge, bro. I'm talking about Suge taking. It's not Diddy. Is a ass taker for men, bro. I mean, a real taker. And he can't deny this, bro. We used to go to the store and get that nigga like 25 sticks of like butter, parquet butter, the sticks. He used to take them back and he used to shove them up ass and f them, bro. And females, it was crazy, bro. I can't even believe that I said that. But since you trying to darken my name, Suge, and trying to say some gay shit about me when you know I got a lot of gay friends and you know the gay community supports me. So you know, like I'm bulletproof unless my dick been in that hole. And if it was, then I'll be celebrated even more because now I'm like one of the flyest gayest out, but I can't take that credit. I can't do that, bro. And you trying to throw gay on me like it's bad to be gay when you know that my dick's only going in holes, bro. It's crazy, bro. But we know what holes you like. Every hole. You was in the ass, in the ear, the nose, everything, bro.
Before we dive into the shocking fallout and the legal firestorm that followed, if you're captivated by these deep dives into the real stories behind the fame, you need to be part of this community. We're just getting to the most explosive part. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single second of the truth we're uncovering. And right now, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this whole situation? Do you think Ray J's outburst was a genuine defense or a calculated move for clout? Is there any truth to the terrifying accusations being made? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. To understand why this feud feels so different, you have to look at the shadow war raging in the background, the downfall of Diddy. The federal case against him has ripped the veil off an era of hip-hop defined by extravagant parties, immense power, and a culture of fear and secrecy. And as those stories resurface, so do the old guest lists.
How you feel about everything that's going on with Diddy right now?
It's just not okay. And, you know, when somebody is around somebody and we're counting on them to be one of our leaders in a space that we're all trying to get to, that's not acceptable to do. And it's not okay. I mean, it might be forgivable in the sense of a spiritual realm of life or forgive everybody, but it's unforgettable. And that's where you just draw the line on friendship and hanging out and supporting and being cool. It's like, it's done, you know, and that's it.
You knowing Diddy personally, was you surprised when you seen that video?
Heartbreaking. And shameful. And unacceptable. I've never seen nothing like that. I've never seen nothing like that in the history of my life. So, that's a new for me. I don't know what kind of demon you are, but, you know, somebody need to motherfucking form an exorcism fast. But that is way on another page of somebody yelling or screaming. That's not humane. You don't have room to make mistakes like that in the big club. You can't do that. You can't. That's inexcusable.
Jay-Z's presence at these events, once a symbol of his elite status, is now being re-examined under a sinister new light. While their legal team has swiftly and publicly cleared them of any direct involvement in the Diddy lawsuits, the association alone is toxic. The entire industry is now facing a long overdue reckoning, and the question on everyone's mind is, who knew what and when? This is the environment where Jaguar Wright's accusations find fertile ground. This is why Ray J's outburst resonated so deeply. It's not just about one couple, it's about a system. A system that Ray J himself alluded to when he spoke about the need to create a solution so these Jaguar Wrights don't exist. He's talking about a culture of misinformation, but he's also pointing to the opaque power structures that breed these conspiracy theories in the first place. So, how do you fight back when the accusations are this severe? You don't send a tweet, you send a lawyer. While Jay-Z and Beyoncé have maintained their iconic public silence, their team has been anything but quiet.
To me, her music portrays her, and the way that she dances and stuff puts her in a light. So I feel funny looking at it. I can't even really, I don't play no Beyonce records. It's not because of Jay and the problems we have. It's because of the respect I got for her. You understand what I'm saying? So last time I saw Jay and Beyonce, that was Shaka's party. I ran into her, we talked, and I said, there's Rachel right over there, and go right over there. I don't want that. I don't even want her to have the chance to like me because it's hard not to. I'm not gonna say she do or don't, but I don't even want that. I don't want to, I've had connections with other people's girls and I'd be like, you know better than that, and walk off. We'll get the eye, let's stop talking because you know homeboy's gonna go crazy, let's go. And I'm not gonna say who that is. But it's happened that I've said no to other wives a lot that I respect, that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't do that. And to daughters. Like your daughter, I get really offended when I hear that certain niggas, and you know who you are, have ran up in my daughter's DM. And I'm like, damn, that nigga is so crazy. I'm like, that nigga knew you was a baby. And I'm gonna step to that nigga when I see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know that's my daughter? Like, either way, out of respect, bro, I know it's my daughter. But you already know what you're gonna do. I know, I tell me and my daughter got the best, I tell her everything. All these niggas do wanna f***ing tell everybody. Do not do it. Only with somebody that really loves you, make him earn, and once he does that, he's responsible for your bills, because I did that for your mother. All that. A real man doesn't make a woman pay a bill unless he doesn't have it and he's been paying the bills, and then when he's down, he's not down for long. And that's when she could help, but she knows that you're fighting every day, so she never has to work. That's why I never let my girls work. I start them businesses. I left my ex-wife a $100 million business that I created for and invested $8 million in. It's all hers. You know, I judge people at manhood a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying Charlemagne, you know, he's feminine. Like, not to say, I don't know if he's gay or not, but he doesn't represent a masculine black man, and I hope people don't think he represents us as a whole, and this is how a black man acts, you know, to the other cultures that he's talking to, because we ain't jacking him. We don't do that. Pause. Like his OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is Daniel, and a whole lot that I'm not even allowed to say their names.
We got a rare glimpse into their strategy from a source close to their camp, an ultimatum, not a request, but a demand, and it worked. Piers Morgan removed the segment and apologized. This was a clear, powerful message. We will not let these narratives stand unchallenged. The source argued that by amplifying these random rumor mills, real victims of real crimes are drowned out. A serious charge that flips the script on the accusers. But this legal victory does nothing to quell the court of public opinion. The silence from the Carters is both their greatest strength and their biggest vulnerability. It projects power and unbothered grace, but it also creates a vacuum, and nature and the internet abhors a vacuum.
Like with Beyonce, it was some sneaky shit. That nigga flew to LA and stood and you know, he's slick, pause, he's cunning. So you never really know what Jay, you don't know who Jay's with. The way he pulled Beyonce was cunning. Real cunning. But that's his business, I ain't. So let me just say this, you see how you say it's, wait. You see how you say it's going around the internet? That's why I have to speak on certain things, or else it'll stay going around the internet and people will believe it, and it does affect my business. But if you're not a boss, you don't understand that. That's the reason why you see the dude from Apple, before he died, he said his truth, because he knew algorithms. What's his name, Steve Jobs? You see Elon Musk speaks a lot, because the reason why you didn't speak before is because there wasn't an internet, there wasn't an algorithm, there wasn't social media. So now you have to approach business a little different. You have to be able to adjust. There's different weapons out there and there's different ways to fight them. These people that do certain things, they know about clipping, I know all the tricks, I just don't do them.
Into that silence, more theories, more accusations, and more rants like Ray J's will always flow. So where does this leave us? We have a revered king, his crown tarnished by association and direct, horrifying accusation. We have a queen defended with passion, but whose pristine image has been forcibly dragged through the mud. We have a provocateur armed with stories of victims and conspiracies, threatening to burn it all down.
Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep. No snacking on his bed, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough, because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know. I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
And we have a wild card who, in a moment of raw emotion, mocked the king with a phrase so disrespectful it will forever be part of their story: sloppy seconds. This saga is more than just entertainment news. It's a symptom of an industry in flux. The old gatekeepers are losing control. The code of silence is breaking. And in this new age of instant exposure and trial by social media, no one, not even an OG, not even a queen, is truly safe. The real question isn't just what is true. The question is, in an industry built on image and power, what happens when the image is cracked and the power is challenged? The fortress walls are trembling. The question is, will they hold? This has been Behind the Fame. The conversation is just getting started. We've exposed the layers of this explosive feud, but I want to hear more from you. Let me know in the comments, what topic, what artist, what industry secret do you want us to break down next? Your input drives our investigations. Until then, fam, keep it real.